In the year 2025, our planet Earth could flip a switch. It might seem like an exaggeration, but if this were to happen, humanity would have cause for concern. The switch I'm talking about is our planet's magnetic field, but what does it mean if the switch gets flipped? Well, to answer that question, we have to take a look at how it works in the first place. Earth's magnetic field is created by our planet's core, which is made up of iron and nickel. These metals are so densely packed together that they behave like a giant magnet, giving Earth its magnetic personality. This protective shield covers our entire planet and extends far into space. Without it, our planet wouldn't be able to sustain life. And to understand why, all you need to do is look to our closest neighbor, Mars. It doesn't have a magnetic field like Earth, and as a result, its atmosphere has been stripped away by solar winds. Now, while Earth's magnetic field does a great job protecting us from harmful cosmic radiation, it also causes some problems of its own. For example, it interferes with the signals of GPS satellites, which can cause huge problems for airplanes and ships. But these problems are nothing compared to what would happen if the magnetic poles suddenly flipped. The North Pole becomes the South Pole, and the South Pole becomes the North Pole. The last time this happened was 780,000 years ago, which means we're overdue. But just how dangerous would this really be for us humans? While many experts believe there's no need to worry about a pole shift, others believe it could be disastrous. Let's take a closer look at both sides of the story. On one side, we have experts like Terry Melbourne of the British Geological Survey. He believes that a reversal of the magnetic poles isn't anything for us to worry about, because they tend to happen slowly over the course of decades. A study published in Nature Communications showed that the last few pole shifts happened on average every 260,000 years. However, some reversals happened much sooner than expected, like the one 170,000 years ago when the magnetic poles suddenly flipped in just 100 years. So while most reversals are slow, sometimes they happen fast. But according to Melbourne, whether the reversal happens fast or slow, it won't affect us humans. However, other experts don't agree. Researchers from the University of California, San Diego, believe that the upcoming reversal will happen fast and will be devastating. They've been monitoring changes in Earth's magnetic field for years, and their research shows that it's happening faster than they thought. They've even given it a name, the Great Filter. What makes their theory so unique is that they believe the reversal will be caused by a massive volcanic eruption. According to researchers, such eruptions emit large amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This disrupts the normal atmospheric circulation, causing the magnetic poles to flip. Regardless of how it happens, one thing is certain: life on Earth would never be the same. It's important to understand that Earth's magnetic field isn't just one big magnet. Our planet actually has two magnetic poles, the north and south. It's also important to understand how compasses work. When you point a compass to the North Pole, the north side of the needle points to the magnetic north. If you were to continue going north, the south side of the needle would eventually point towards magnetic south, aka the actual South Pole. If the magnetic poles were to reverse, then these alignments would be reversed as well. This wouldn't affect compasses, though, because the north side of the needle would still point to the North Pole, and the south side would still point to the South Pole. What would change is the Earth's magnetic field. Right now, our magnetic field lines run from the magnetic south to the magnetic north. But after a reversal, they would run in the opposite direction. Some scientists even theorize that these magnetic field lines could become so jumbled that the magnetic shield would no longer protect our planet. And this is where things get a little scary. As I mentioned earlier, our magnetic shield protects us from harmful solar winds. It does this by channeling charged particles from the sun into the upper atmosphere. These particles react with oxygen and nitrogen, creating beautiful displays of light known as the aurora. However, if the magnetic poles were to flip, these deadly particles could travel directly into our lower atmosphere. This could harm not only humans, but animals and plants as well. Scientists believe that global crop failures and animal extinctions could happen very quickly, potentially causing mass destruction. Some experts even believe that the magnetic reversal would cause Earth's orbit to shift. If this were true, Earth would either come closer to the Sun or move farther away. Both of these scenarios would cause massive climate change, potentially destroying everything in its path. Thankfully, scientists now know that this scenario is highly unlikely. Even if Earth's orbit were to shift, the effects wouldn't be noticeable for thousands of years. So we have nothing to worry about, right? Well, maybe not. Some researchers believe that the magnetic reversal could damage important structures and even satellites. For example, transformers, which are used to deliver electricity to our homes, contain metal that can become demagnetized during a pole shift. This can cause them to break down, potentially leaving millions without power for weeks or even months. Satellites would also be affected, which would cause huge problems for communication and navigation systems. According to a study, many satellites would be knocked out of commission for several years. But what's perhaps most concerning is that the magnetic reversal could disrupt underground nuclear waste. Most of this waste is stored deep within the Earth's crust. However, a pole shift could cause these areas to become unstable, leading to radioactive material leaking onto the surface. This would contaminate our land, water, and food supply. And since there's no way to remove all of the radioactive material, humanity would have to abandon Earth and seek refuge somewhere else. Of course, this is just one theory, and not all experts agree. Some believe that the magnetic reversal will only affect people living near the magnetic equator. This is the area where the northern and southern magnetic fields meet. During a reversal, this region would become highly magnetized, making compasses useless. People living here would also be bombarded with higher levels of radiation. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Can't we just move away from the equator to avoid these effects? Well, yes, but this could cause other problems. For example, many important structures like airports and power plants are located near the equator. This is because the Earth's rotational speed is fastest here, meaning planes can cover more distance and power plants receive more energy. So moving away from the equator could force billions of people to relocate, leading to social and economic chaos. Some experts even believe that the magnetic reversal could trigger earthquakes and volcanoes. The magnetic field often works against the Earth's gravitational pull. If this balance is disrupted, our planet's crust could become unstable, leading to massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. It would be catastrophic for the regions located near fault lines and volcanoes, but it would also cause major issues around the world. For example, tsunamis generated by earthquakes could wipe coastal cities off the map. Volcanic eruptions would spew ash into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight and causing global temperatures to drop. Some researchers even believe that the magnetic reversal could disrupt ocean currents, leading to extreme weather events. For example, the Gulf Stream transports heat from the tropics to Western Europe. If this current were to slow down or stop, Western Europe could experience freezing temperatures, leading to widespread crop failure. At the same time, Eastern Europe and Western Asia could experience record-breaking heat waves, leading to droughts and wildfires. Basically, a reversal could lead to global chaos, which is why many experts take these theories seriously. So what should we do? Should we start stocking up on canned food and bottled water just in case? Well, for now, the best thing to do is keep learning. Experts are constantly monitoring Earth's magnetic field and will be sure to let you know if anything changes. In the meantime, though, there's no need to panic. Just remember, no matter what happens, we humans are a resilient bunch. We've survived ice ages, volcanic eruptions, and even pandemics. So I'm confident that we'll find a way to survive the magnetic reversal as well. After all, it's just a simple flip of a switch. And with a little luck, we might even be able to turn it back before it's too late. But what do you think? Will Earth's magnetic field flip in 2025? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing science videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.